Welcome to Haunted Homebodies, where Halloween isn't just a day, it's a lifestyle. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah, and we're your guides through the delightfully dark corners of comfort horror.
Where are we? Who are we?
What a good question. Well, I think we probably lost all sense of identity because October is over.
I know.
Our whole year leads up to Halloween, and that day has passed.
I know, but like also kind of our shtick is that like Halloween's a lifestyle. Like it
It's
never
true.
ends. So
we just need to like recover a little bit.
we do, yeah. Yeah, we need to recover, and I don't know, November like is kind of fun, and then December is pretty fun, and then it's like it gets bad again. So we'll just have to, like,
so true.
really rally like January through March. And April kind of is iffy too. You know, especially if you're, I guess, just not really where you are. It's probably a nicer time of year down there.
April is a beautiful time of year here. April is like the last nice month here.
Okay.
Before it turns into hell.
I forget that we're like on opposite weather schedules.
Yeah. Beautiful here right now. Beautiful.
Yeah. We're getting, it's nice here too. It's starting to get like kind of cold. You know, you're not just like, ooh, crisp. You're like, wait, am I freezing?
Right.
Did I bring enough layers? No.
Yeah.
I still, after all these years, don't know how to do weather. Like I don't know how to put on the right amount of clothing or just like to bring other layer options. I can't figure it out.
It's hard. It's hard to do. And that weather is coming so soon.
Oh man. And this is what we've come to now in the podcast is talking about weather.
Okay. Well, tell me more about what you did on Halloween this year. Let's keep the Halloween vibes going.
My Halloween sucked so much. So that's not really gonna be great. Well, it had some good moments. I had to work, so like there was that. I got out a little bit early, which was good. My baby was dressed up as Little Bear. He looked super cute.
He did.
Yeah, so that was really cute. But he's not even 2 years old yet, so like we didn't go trick or treating or anything. Like no judgment to those who do. It just like I was like I'm not doing this. I'm not going because that would be like for like me basically. Like you would enjoy seeing the other costumes, but like I'm not walking up to all these doors being like trick or treat because like my baby doesn't know those words.
Okay, so you say it would be for you. I would argue it would be for the people on the other side who would get to see Jed dressed as Little Bear.
That's true. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it for them either.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's totally appropriate.
No, but then I just kind of like we ended up going to a friend's house for a little bit. And it was like anti-baby proofed. And for anyone else out there who has a toddler, like open doors to the basement, like drop off into the porch, wires everywhere, like little choking hazards, 2 hyper dogs. And I was not feeling well either. So I was like, this is just like actually awful. And then we went to my in-laws' house and I just like laid down in one of the bedrooms and like put on a scary movie that was I watched part of it then was like this is terrible. I posted about it on Instagram if anyone was over there.
What you watch? What was it?
We tried to watch Drag Me to Hell because I heard it was like horror comedy territory.
Okay.
And I watched the preview and I was like I'm not getting like humor from this, but like okay, I'll give it a try. And started watching it and then the humor was like projectile vomit humor. Like there was just like so much projectile vomiting and like I guess it has that like shock like where you're kind of like after but like that's just not my kind of comedy. It was a lot of like old like you know like an old witchy looking woman whose like dentures fall out or she's like just kind of being like yucky. It was just like yucky humor and
that's not our vibe.
Like picking scab humor, you know. Yeah, not cozy. So I DNF'd it.
I respect that.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? And then what did I end up watching? I think I ended up watching like one of the Halloween reboots because I was like, it's just got to do something that's just like, not a good movie, but it's like festive and I know what to expect. So that was my Halloween. But how about yours?
Well, we watched an actually kind of scary movie. We watched Weapons.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that.
It's on one of the streaming platforms now. I forget which one. Like you don't have to rent it. It was good. It's like a little actually scary. It's like thought provoking, but like not necessarily in this like big, deeper meaning way, but like the movie itself is thought-provoking. I thought it was good. I
Okay.
enjoyed it a lot. However, because it was actually kind of scary and, like, had some jump scares, it was, like, a little
Yeah.
on edge, and we got so, like, trick-or-treaters, like, by 8 p.m., you're like, "No, no, no, nobody else is coming."
Right.
Not we just left our front porch light on.
Oh, no.
9:30 PM in the middle
No.
of watching this movie, we got a knock
Come
on the door. It
on.
terrified me.
Those are the worst. Like, what age children were they at
I would
9:30?
say he was, like, probably, like, 12, maybe
Yeah, like a
13, and he
little
was, like,
older.
very unenthusiastic about
Come
it.
on. At
Yeah.
9:30, you gotta bring the heat, man.
Yeah, he did not.
Be
He
excited to
did
be
not
there.
bring the heat. It
No.
was, like, truly immediately the knock came and I just said to Evan, I said, "I don't like it."
I don't like it. Nope. Nope. I know, it does get, like okay, if you start to really think about trick or treating, it can start to freak you out because you're just, like, blindly opening the door kind
Yeah.
of, and, like, you think about that as it gets later. Because I had a house where it was they had to kind of, like, walk by the windows, and then around because my door was, like, kind of in the backyard. So, like,
Mhm.
one those ones that come later, like, literally, I just was, like, watching I
Yeah.
think I was watching, like, The Purge. There's people just, like I see, like, shadows coming behind me in the window, and then, like, knock at the door, and you're just, like you feel so exposed. It's,
Yes.
like, one thing when it's, like, bustling, and it's all cute
Yeah.
little kids, and they're all excited, and then it's, like, those lingering ones at the end, and, like, some of the older ones where you're like, "Are you an adult? Like, are you here to murder me?" Like, it gets weird. It's, like, there could be a scary side to trick-or-treating.
I agree. I agree. It
And you
is supposed to be a
experienced it.
spooky night. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's
Mhm.
all good, clean fun, but yeah, porch light needs to go off. Y'all
Yeah.
need
Should
to,
have
like,
done it. Yep.
stay back. You need
Yeah.
to stay back after
Yeah.
after 9 p.m. for sure.
Yeah. That was a 9:30. It was really not. I
Yeah,
was really not expecting
8:45,
it.
okay, a
Mm.
straggler. 9:30, no, that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah. But really, it kind of went with the vibe of the movie. So it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
fine.
it
Yeah.
definitely added a little something, something.
Yeah. Anyway, I would recommend Weapons, but I would
Okay,
not recommend it if you are only here for cozy horror vibes. I would not describe it as cozy.
at all? No cozy factors? Just actual horror?
No.
Yeah, okay.
But
Fair
like
enough.
so it was described, it was like tagged as drama and mystery slash suspense. And I would argue it has horror elements, but it's not like fully horror.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just it has jump scares, so that's
It
like
has it has some jump
yeah.
scares.
Nobody does
Yeah.
that, like, if you're not a horror movie, you're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
hitting us with the music and the things jumping out, but that's
Yeah.
interesting that it wasn't even tagged as horror.
It was not. It was
Huh,
not. But
whatever.
you should give it a try. Okay,
I
before we
will.
move on to our episode, there
Yes.
is one other fact about your Halloween that I do think you want to tell us about, and it is snack related.
What happened on what that was
Uh,
a real, like, my brain, I was like, snack related on Halloween.
something that your dad made.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, because 'cause you're looking at the notes that I
I'm
wrote,
looking at your
and I wrote them
notes.
it felt like a lifetime ago. It might have been last night. It could have been 2 nights ago. I have totally forgotten. Yes, my dad for years okay, so let me give you the backstory on this really quick.
Okay.
I don't remember how many years ago, but, like, I was a child. We went to something called the Keen Pumpkin Fest, and I'm pretty sure, like, some people may have heard about this because it's a really big deal. I'm not sure if they're still doing it, honestly, but they have just everybody, like, makes jack-o'-lanterns, and they have, like, hundreds of jack-o'-lanterns, and they're just lit, and you go and you look. And when we were there, with, like, a couple of my cousins and my parents, and someone was selling, one of the vendors had pumpkin whoopie pies, and this was, like,
Ooh.
groundbreaking to us because we've had whoopie pies and we've had pumpkin pie, but we had not had pumpkin whoopie pies. If anyone out there has not had pumpkin whoopie pies, you gotta give it a chance. You gotta give
Sounds
it a chance.
really good.
It's so good. You do a little cream cheese frosting in the middle. So yeah, he made a batch of those. They were so good. They're so festive. I think there's still one left. I should have brought it with me, but also eating food on a podcast is gross. So, you're welcome, I guess, everybody.
Just saying if he wants to make those around Christmas time and I will be in the area, could be
Yes.
okay.
He
It'll
makes
be
them, like,
okay.
kind of year-round, like,
Great.
when the pumpkin puree
So
goes
you're
on
saying
sale.
there's a chance?
I say there's a chance.
All
Also, if
right.
he will listen to this
Yeah,
episode, and if this is
I
any episode,
know.
and he hears it and knows that you want it, I can almost guarantee that he will make you pumpkin whoopie pies, and
Thanks in advance,
yeah.
Clark. Can't
Yeah,
wait to see
yeah,
you.
you're the best. We love you.
All right. Well, let's talk about what we are here to talk about because I am like so excited because we're talking about my favorite show. We're talking about Twin Peaks again.
Yeah.
Quick note before we do that. We're gonna have 2 episodes about Twin Peaks here, and then we're gonna take a break, y'all.
Yeah.
We will have done 33 episodes, which let's take a moment. Wow.
Snaps for
We
us.
33 weeks nonstop, no
Yes.
breaks. We recorded and released an episode of this podcast. That is not counting our other little podcast trial we did earlier this year.
Yeah.
Like, but 33 weeks in a row. So we're taking a little break.
Yeah, but with that being said, like, the 33 is a testament to, like, this actually is, like, working for us, and we're enjoying it, and, like,
Yeah.
we do plan to return for sure. This isn't, like, a
Yes.
slow fade goodbye. This is,
No.
like, we just have, like, too much going on in our lives and
Mm-hmm.
just need, like, a little holiday break, and people are busy around the holidays too, so, we're gonna take a little break, but we'll be back. I'm guessing, like, January. We haven't really set a date, but,
January will be right.
after
We'll
the
have to talk
holidays.
about Stranger Things before too long.
Oh, yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta talk about that before, that's it. And just like a
Just
sentence leaves you, I was like, "Before what?" I don't know. I
there
don't
will be
know.
no next season,
Before
but
I turn
we'll
36? I don't know,
yeah,
yeah, no, but I
we'll
do wanna
talk
talk
about
about
it.
that. We'll be coming
Yeah.
back in with Stranger Things, so you can look forward
Mm-hmm.
to that after watching the finale, so watch it quick, because we'll be spoiling it probably. The world's biggest spoiler alert, but I think anyone who's serious about Stranger Things is gonna be watching that pretty quick.
Oh, absolutely.
I also heard they
Absolutely.
might be, like, airing that episode or any episodes in theaters? Is
I
that a
believe
rumor or
that
is that
is
real?
true. I think that's
Okay.
real. I know.
It's
But I can only
exciting.
watch it at home.
I
I watch the whole
know.
thing at home.
I, like, would watch it after seeing it once in the theaters
Yeah.
maybe, like, I can't trust the public to not, like, ruin that for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's so risky, it can, like, really add to the experience, you can have a really fun time with more people there and, like, feeding off the reactions and the laughter and everything, or there can just be, like, someone who's super annoying and
And
obnoxious,
I
and it
don't
ruins
and
it.
most people in public are just obnoxious now. I don't
I
trust it.
know. I don't trust
Yeah.
them. Not the
Yeah.
homebodies, though.
Yeah.
We just need, like, a homebodies viewing party one of these days.
Oh, God, it'd be magical.
It'd be so fun.
You all will know how to behave. All
Yeah.
right. So Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks
Yeah.
today, before we go on our break, today and next week. We did do an intro episode to Twin Peaks where we just talked about the pilot. And that was
Mhm.
August 1st.
It was a long time ago.
Well, this
Feels
is
like
like a
forever
really
ago.
long time ago.
Right?
And it has taken us from then to now to finish seasons 1 and 2 so that we can talk about it
Yes.
a little more in depth.
Yes, and for the record, we're just talking about the 2 original seasons, and that is all that I have seen. So I was trying to, like, of course, like, before we really get into the meat of of what we're gonna talk about today, we have to just talk about, like, the way that the show ended and, like, season 2 in general, because I got to the end and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, come on, like, that is what we're left with, and I know that's what people were left with just for, like, what,
Yeah.
10 years? And it's not like they got these
Oh,
great answers, but it was a long time, right, before anything else
20
happened?
well, I don't know how long I don't remember when Firewalk with Me was released, but that's a prequel.
Okay.
So it was 25 years,
Wow.
which see you in 25 years, right? This is what Laura Palmer says
Oh,
in the Red
yeah,
Room.
okay,
I don't know
okay.
if it was exactly 25 years, but it was like
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
25 years.
Yeah, that whole
Yeah.
Red Room sequence, I was like, "Am I gonna be okay?" Like, after watching this, I don't know. I don't know. But basically, so I looked to the internet to try to, like, I'm like, I have to be able to talk about the show, like, in a way that makes some sort of sense, and, like,
Oh,
there's
there's too
so
much on the
much
internet.
there's so much that I couldn't make sense of, and then I soon realized that I wasn't going to be able to have the internet help me because, 1, like, people are, like, in it. Like
Mhm.
they know so much, and they were giving me some answers where I was like, "Was I supposed to glean that, like, from what happened?" Like, even the doppelganger thing. I was like, was I supposed to just understand that there were doppelgangers? Like, was that said explicitly at some point?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Just because they have, like, different eyes or one of them's evil, like, I was like, "Okay, I guess doppelganger, sure, sure, sure."
So, a lot of those are from like, comments like that are from people who have watched the show so many times
Yeah.
and also have been talking about it on the internet for
Right.
years and years.
That's what the thing is. I was like, I'm so
Yes.
not like, where is my entry point? And so I
Yeah.
guess for people to like manage expectations, like you've watched this season several times now at this point,
It's
right?
only
Like,
my 3rd. This is my
okay, so
3rd.
third,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
more than once, and
Yeah.
you're like probably more familiar. You've watched other
Yeah.
like is it a movie? Was it like a special, a mini series? Fire Walk with
Fire
Me?
Walk with Me is a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's also The Return, which is
1 season.
1 season, and then what there's
Yeah.
more, right?
No,
Is
that's
there
it.
more? That's it,
That's
okay.
it.
So you
That's the
watched
whole thing.
everything, I have
Yes.
not. So if you're like a diehard Twin Peaks fan, this may not be the episode for you, but if you're someone who's more like me, who's kind of looking for an entry point and just wants to, like, talk, kind of not I wouldn't say on a surface level, but, like, less of a, like, I don't understand the lore, like, I can't get into the nitty-gritty details too much, but maybe you can help me out when we talked about the
I don't
pilot, I
know if
was
I will be
grilling
able
you.
to.
Yeah, I was, like,
But,
grilling you on
like, the other
questions.
thing is I don't enjoy Twin Peaks in that way. Like, I am similarly there for the vibe. It
I
is
hear that.
cozy. It is a cozy rewatch for me.
Yeah,
I don't feel the need to understand every aspect of it, like, very
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I feel like I'm mostly in that camp, like, I can totally appreciate it for the vibes, but, like, as a human being who likes story resolution, it was hard, and I also it just, like, pained me too because, like, I know this was not the point it was, like, meant to end at necessarily. Even if
Yeah.
you got the chance to continue, I don't think I would have gotten, like, a lot of clarity, but can we just talk about, like, what a sad way to end? I was
Yeah.
so upset. Like, I told you that I was watching the finale, and then I, like, didn't text you for days. And then I didn't even say anything about being upset about it because I was like, "I can't get into it right now. I've gotta save all of this pent up emotion for the podcast," but what you know?
And I know exactly how you feel because I felt exactly that same way when I first watched it, and I watched it before The Return came out, which I will not say that The Return gives you the type of resolution you're looking for, but at least,
Yeah.
like, now there's something else you can go watch.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do plan to watch that. Like, I have to just
Yeah.
I don't know that I wanna rewatch Twin Peaks at some point for sure.
So cozy.
Yeah, even just, like, some episodes here or there, like, it's such a
Yeah.
good vibe to have on in the background, but, the ending really upset me. I was like, "Please take, like, anyone, but not Agent Cooper." Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I really thought that he like, how do I say this? Like, he was, like, above all that, like, he was, like, too pure, but then you also think about his history and, like, we're this
Oh,
episode to introduce what
yeah.
we're actually talking about. This whole episode,
Yeah.
we kind of wanna focus on Agent Cooper because we both love him and think
He's
he's a great
amazing.
character, but he does have flaws. I feel like,
Sure.
I at the beginning was kind of, unsure about him because he was showing some, like, really cozy characteristics, but also was, like, being pretty cold and detached about, like, gruesome murders, so I was like,
Yeah.
"What's the vibe here?" And then we get into the meat of the 2 seasons, and he is just, like, so just the loveliest man and seems, like, pretty great at his job, and, like, I felt like we were in good hands, and then we start to learn more about his backstory, and I'm like, "Whoa, okay, so you, like, been up to no good a little bit." But kind of get it. It got really, like, murky for me, though. Like, when we started getting into like, I'm gonna have trouble even remembering their names, but, like, all of a sudden, all the villains, like, were just being named, and it was, like, the Josie and
Oh,
was it,
yeah.
like, the guy that was, like, what was it, William Packard? Is that his
Andrew
name?
Eckhart?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
See?
I
Okay,
got you.
okay.
I
Yes.
got you.
And then that was when we were, like, around the time we were introduced to, like, the main villain whose name is
Wyndham Earl.
thank you. And, like,
Yeah.
there were all these names and no faces for a while, and it was, like, getting really, like like, what wait, whoa, what is going on? Like, I could not keep track of, like, who was who and what was what. And I think I kind of get it now. I was, like, trying to read everyone's, like, wiki fan page on Twin Peaks to be like, "So what was Josie's deal? Like, why was she evil? Why was she, like, trying to kill everybody?" I had to, like, do some research on everybody because it was really hard to, like, follow, I felt like.
Well, and okay, so I think that I have just, like, not attempted like, I let it happen to me. I am not an active participant in my Twin Peaks watches.
Okay.
And one of the reasons for that for me is that, like, David Lynch or Mark Frost, the other creator of the show, like, have never come out to be like, "This means this. This is why this happened." And, like, very intentionally, Lynch doesn't do that. I think I may have talked about this in the other episode, but there's this, like, great interview with him where someone asks him, I think it's, "What is your most spiritual movie?" And he said,
Mm.
"Eraserhead." And they said, "Expand on that." And he said, "No."
Yeah. Yeah, I get that, and I'm fine with that too. It wasn't even that I need there to be a deeper meaning, like, I literally just wanted to understand the plot. You know
That's
what
fair.
I mean?
That's
Like,
fair.
I got lost in, like, just wanting to, like, understand the story that I was
Yeah.
following, because also, like, having ADHD, like, I feel like I need, like, some sort of, like, plot structure or something to, like, keep me interested, but I totally understand too if you're kind of just there, like, having, like, logging town vibes in the background, cute little diner scene, and you're like, "Murder? No, no." Shh. Not in my cute small town.
But they have it, and that's a big I mean, it's the murder thing, it's weird that everything feels so cozy around it because it's
I
all
know.
I think okay, all right, so just, like, bear with me for a second. I think that one of the reasons I find this show so cozy and comforting is because it's so, like, stares in the face of the fact that people can be good and bad, and I
Yeah.
think that you see that across almost every single character. Like, in our next episode, we're gonna talk about some of the characters' redemption arcs, and nobody is, like, 100% flipped, and, like, Dale Cooper, so great, also has, like, like, a bit of an interesting past. Like, I think that I actually find that aspect of it to be cozy.
Yeah, I think the character development in the show is phenomenal. Everyone's so interesting. All the people that I was expecting to hate, like, throughout or by the end, I was, like, pretty warm to, like, almost
Yeah.
everybody. Um, but yeah, I think that makes it cozy. It has, like, a lot of cozy characters, which we are gonna talk more on about
Yeah.
next week, but let's talk a little bit more about Agent Dale Cooper and what a little dream he is for the most part.
I think he's my favorite television character.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm just gonna go out there and say it. He is delightful. He's funny. He has excellent lines. He is a multifaceted character. I love him.
Yeah, I agree. I read somewhere on my deep dive into trying to understand Twin Peaks enough to talk about it in this episode that his character was based in some ways on David Lynch's personality. I can't remember the specifics, but
Okay.
I did find an article, and maybe when I regain the ability to read, which is not right now. I can never like read while we're actually podcasting, and I write these elaborate notes and then can't follow any of them. Um, but I want to
That's
share
why
with
I
you.
totally wing it.
I
Yes. What would you like to share with me?
I wanna share with you the moment that I knew that I loved Agent Cooper. I don't know if we've talked
Please.
about this before, but it was in episode 3 of season 1. There is this outdoor meeting of the police department. Okay, so of course there's, like, coffees and donuts. We're in this, like, beautiful woodsy
Yes.
setting. They're trying to solve Laura Palmer's murder, and Agent Cooper is like, "So I'm gonna, like, throw rocks at this bottle, and someone's gonna feed me the names of the suspects. I'm gonna throw rocks at a bottle, and, like, if I hit the bottle, that means that, like, my intuition is telling me that, like, that person is involved. There was just, like, so much in this scene that made me kind of, like, fall in love with the show too, like, aside from the recurring donuts everywhere, which I just love
Yes.
and, like, wanna live in that world. There were, like, oven mitts, like, he didn't like, the other person couldn't touch the rocks, so I was like, I don't is that, like, their energy is gonna interfere, so they have to wear oven mitts. Like, Andy gets hit in the face by one of the rocks.
Mhm.
And I also just love that, like, everyone's, like, fully on board. Like, they're just like,
Yeah.
yes, like, I really expected the show to, like, go with the stereotype of, like, Agent Cooper is, like, the one who's just, like, weird, and we're like, "What is he doing?" Like, he's the oddball, and everyone in the Twin Peaks Police Department is just like, "Yeah, yeah, man, like, let's do it." And, Harry S. Truman, who I also
Oh
love,
god, like, close second favorite
right?
character.
Love,
Yeah.
love him. He says, "Tell me the idea for this all really came from a dream." And Agent Cooper says, "Yes, it did." And I felt this moment was like what you were just saying about David Lynch. This is kind of like explaining the whole series. Like, it's just kind of like this dream-like story that some of it makes sense, some of it is just this tangential, like, what are we doing over here? And it's so dreamlike in that way, which I
Yes.
think is really jarring, but also comforting and, like, fun and unusual. It's so different than any other show I've ever watched.
See, and I am just Sheriff Harry S. Truman in this, and that he's just kind of along for the ride,
Mhm.
as am I.
Yes, and I think that their friendship is something else that I really like just made me love Agent Cooper and the show in general. And this is actually like a fairly common trope in not horror movies, almost but like action movies, like the buddy cop trope. And
Yeah,
they're total
mhm.
buddy cops. And it's funny to just think of this like wackadoo show. It just has like actual tropes and still has some of this stuff that just like is meant to kind of draw us in, right?
Mhm.
And their friendship is just it's so cute. Like, any spinoff that ever were created, if it was, like, just about the 2 of them
Oh,
doing things, I'm there,
they
100%
it
in.
would be magical. So, we haven't talked about Lord of the Rings in quite a few episodes, which I'm kind of surprised at, but that is something that I think that Twin Peaks and Lord of the Rings do equally well, which is show these, like, really tender male friendships, like a
Yeah.
lot of love and affection between men in a way that is not often depicted in film and TV.
Yes, yes, Agent Cooper literally boops Harry on the nose at one point,
Mhm.
and Harry just smiles back at him, like, it's so, so sweet, and I think the other side of that, which I totally agree with the tender male friendships, which we are suckers for completely, it's just,
Yes.
like, representations of masculinity that are not horrible and toxic.
Right?
They're just, like, showing men who can be sensitive, they can cry, they can take care of each other, they also can have flaws, they can admit to those flaws, they can work through them, and then just, like, continue to, like, be okay and not just, like, burn the whole town down, or, like, sometimes that happens too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know? Yeah,
Yes, I
it's
mean,
good
like,
stuff.
there are several scenes throughout the show where Andy is crying because there's just a
Yeah,
lot going on around him, and he's
yeah,
not, like, made fun of or anything. I mean, maybe a tiny
a
bit,
little bit.
but, like, mostly they're really understanding of it.
No.
Pete
Ugh,
Pete maybe tied for 2nd favorite character for me.
love
Pete
him.
Martell is amazing, and he's also, like, very caring and, like, actually gets pretty emotional at sometimes through
I
the show.
know. Yeah, a lot of men crying. A lot of men crying in, like, in
Yes.
really cute ways, not a, like,
No.
forced way. I think that leads me into one of my other favorite moments that, um, really showed Agent Cooper's character, like, when we find out that Leland is the one who killed Laura Palmer, which is, like, horrific and tragic, and he was possessed by Bob, so then there was, like we're adding that layer, and, like, we know kind of that Laura
Mhm.
is, like she's now, passed on and kind of, like, understands that, like, it wasn't her father and all this other
Yeah.
complicated stuff, but it's, like, such a dark, awful situation, and Leland, on the surface, like, without knowing all of this spiritual stuff, like, he's just a monster, you know? Like, he's just
Right, yeah.
a monster, and when he realizes, like, what he's done and then, like, basically kills himself in, like, terrible, terrible way, um,
Yeah.
and, like, Agent Cooper is just, like, holding him and, like, comforting him as he's
Yes.
passing and kind of, like, telling him it's gonna be okay, and that was, like, so like, what a complex scene that was, like I feel like it was done really well and just illustrated kind of, like, the sensitivity and understanding and, like, wow, it was really well done, but, like, very dark to also just, like, the
It was
show.
right, but it was very well done, which is especially impressive because the showrunners did not intend to reveal the killer of Laura Palmer that early in the show, and a lot of people think it was a mistake to do it at all, but
Hmm.
network pressure.
He to, like, reveal any sort of killer?
Yeah, to
Hmm.
solve the mystery.
Yeah, I don't hmm, sure. Like, yeah, people hate answers. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could see that being like more in aligned with the rest of the show, just having like a big mystery. But would it really be a mystery? Like it's just Bob. Like, was there gonna be no Bob then? Like, do we just not know that it was Bob? Bob was
I don't
doing it
know.
no matter
I don't
what.
know what the plan was.
Bob just
I
hopping
don't
into
know.
everybody's body and just like killing everyone. Like, I just wonder how much of the plot
Yeah,
they would have changed. Like, I feel like the Leland reveal was, like, sad and, like, dark, but, like, we already knew at that point that, like, Bob was just doing everything,
it's
right?
very true. Yeah,
So, it was
yeah.
just like, it's all Bob's fault.
It's all Bob, who, like, then kind of goes on to disappear for most
Right?
of season 2.
Then Bob is just, like, not a villain anymore until, like, the very end, and
Yeah,
then
and then he's
ripped
back.
my heart out. Bob.
I completely forgot that you, in the notes, had included honorable mentions for coziest character, and I love that we've already hit 2 of them, being Pete
Yeah.
Martell and Harry S. Truman.
Yeah, we'll see if we have anything more to say about them next week, but when it's hard to differentiate when you, like, are just talking about a show to not, like, bleed into these other
I
topics, but
we're not
we're
we make the
winging it.
rules here,
We're
Ashley.
winging it.
We make the rules. Your other honorable mentions for coziest character, just while we're here,
Yeah.
Donna's parents.
Yes, love
Totally
them.
agree. They, like, tried to make them scandalous at the end of season 2, and I was
I
like,
wasn't buying it.
"No.
And also,
Mm-mm,
it kind of was, like,
mm-mm."
fine like, yeah, I don't get when we're left with the cliffhanger of, like, na name, please. He hits his head. Oh, Mr. Horn, what's his first name?
Ben
Ben.
Horn?
Ben
Ben
Horn.
Horn.
Yeah, they're trying to make it seem like, oh, because of them, like, he's
Oh,
possibly
yeah.
dead or whatever, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so he's actually the dad? Is that what happened there?
Yeah, he's actually Donna's
Donna's
dad.
dad, okay. That whole side plot was
Yeah, I
weird.
know.
There was a few
Ben
times at this show where I'm like, "What was the point of" even, like, the whole Josie plotline, like, what was
So,
going on?
season 1 was so nice and short. What was it? 8 episodes, 10
Yeah,
episodes?
it's very
And then for
clean.
season 2 to go on to be a 22 episode season, I feel it.
Yeah, there was
They're just
time
putting stuff in there to put stuff in there.
yeah, like, was the whole James thing in season 2 as
That was
well?
all in season 2.
Okay, because then he
I
also just,
know.
like, drives off, and I was like,
Disappears.
"We did not need to see any of that."
None of it.
Did not miss him. I actually forgot
No.
about him and then
Yeah.
was like, "Wait, what happened? Did I remember him
Yeah.
leaving?" Like, he just goes off to find himself? Was that literally, like, the whole reason he gets framed for murder and then
I think
kind
so.
of yeah, that was so weird.
I know. I never
Anyway,
cared about it. Anyway, Agent Cooper.
what else do we have to
Agent
say about him?
Cooper. Um, my favorite line of his is it might even be in the pilot, but when he says, "Every day, once a day, give yourself a gift." I just thought that was magical.
He's like a little self-care king.
I know. And his just like love of coffee. So you many, many weeks ago in this podcast, I don't remember if we talked about it in the pod or if you just like left me a note in our little planning document, but you said something like you love or like you delight in delighting or something
Yeah,
like that.
delight and delight.
Yes, and that is how I feel about Cooper.
Yeah, he is really delightful. He brings this little whimsy to
Yes.
every
Oh,
scene
whimsy
that he's
is
in.
right.
Yeah, he is. He is doing a lot of life right. I have to say though, when Annie came into the picture. I don't know how you feel about Annie and that whole romantic plot line, but it kind of gave me the ick. I gotta be so real with you.
This is a little it's my least favorite romantic plotline on
Yeah,
the show,
I want
probably.
him I want him to be happy. I think he deserves love. That was just
Yeah.
weird, and it felt almost for right now, I don't know how I'm gonna say this, but it felt almost, like, toxic, like she was, like, a
Mm.
fill-in for I am hate that I can't remember any name ever. The woman who
Caroline.
Thank you, Caroline. It felt like she was just, like, being subbed in, and it was, like, just him kind of finishing that relationship and trying to end it in a healthy way, but also, like,
Yeah.
why are you getting caught up with someone romantically when you have a person out for revenge
Yes. Yeah.
against, like, you and clearly is going to target a person you are interested in?
So it gave me vibes just like how we were talking about, and obviously Agent Cooper is not a 109-year-old vampire, but at the end of our Twilight episode, we were talking about how, like, at the end of the movie, he takes her to prom because he's all, like, into, like, her having all these life experiences, and Cooper, like, is, like, obsessed with the fact that, like, he even talks to Diane about it in the tape recorder, that, like, everything is, like, brand new to her, and I'm like,
Yeah, I also didn't understand that, like, her age. I was like, "Is this, like, like, is this creepy?"
because
'Cause
she'd
als
been a nun for 5 years.
she'd what?
She had been a nun for 5
Right,
years.
okay, yeah. Also,
But, like, she
so
didn't seem
random.
that old. It was
The Miss
yeah.
Twin Peaks contest, just, like, I was like, "Is this a high school thing?" Like, there's
Okay,
just,
boy,
like,
I
such
loved
a
the Miss Twin Peaks contest, though.
I
That was
do too.
delightful. Lucy was, like, actually a very talented dancer, and Lana is just such a ridiculous character the entire
Ugh,
time.
yeah. No, it was really fun, but it was just
Yes.
confusing, like, her age confused me and, like, the vibe, and yeah, it was just giving me the ick. I didn't like
Yeah,
it, and it also
that's
did feel
fair.
kind of, like, plopped in at the end, like, I felt like she should have been
Yeah.
introduced at the very beginning of the season because I was supposed to be invested in her, and
Mhm,
she definitely
mhm.
seemed like a plot device to, like, get us to her
Yeah,
kidnapping,
yeah.
but then it did leave us with the, like, horrible, chilling end to the finale where, like, the "Where's Annie?" Like, all
Where's
maniacally
Amy?
oh gosh, that freaked me out. That freaked me
Yes.
out.
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay, alright, let's end this episode on a good note. What
Yeah, we
is
got to.
your favorite Dale Cooper line or moment?
Oh gosh, I should have been fed this, like, weeks
Should
ago
have given
because
you prep.
what about me makes you think I can think on the spot about something like this? Okay, give me a second.
You got this.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, like, feel like I already, said it, like, I really enjoyed the rock throwing scene, but let me see if I can think
Yeah.
of anything else. Definitely won't be able to think of a line. Can you give me some line? Can you give me an one? Can you tell me what my favorite line is?
Okay, what are some other
Oh,
good
wait, wait,
Dale
wait, I got it,
Cooper
I got
okay, you
it, I
got
got it.
it.
Okay, okay. This isn't really actually about him, but I think it was maybe season 2, episode 1, so he gets shot. We find out he's been shot by Josie. I don't even know he didn't know that at that
He didn't
point,
know
right?
it yet, no.
Okay, so he's shot, he's, like, laying there bleeding out, actively dying, and the old man comes in and is, like, the least helpful, and, like, their exchange is, like, the most hilarious thing to me, especially as, like, someone who works in geriatrics and with people with, like, who, like, have communication struggles, like, oh my gosh, it was just so charming, like, he's literally dying, and this man isn't helping him, and he's, like, being so sweet to him, and the man is also like, they're just being so sweet to each other, but it's just, like, the most useless interaction ever, and I don't know, it just, like, ugh, it was just so cute.
I hadn't really viewed that scene as that funny, but you texted me. You were ahead of me in this rewatch. You texted me and you were like, that scene is exactly what it's like working in a nursing home. And I lost it when I was watching it after that. It was so funny.
I have that conversation so many times a day. It was so relatable to me, like, having that, like except for that I'm, like, usually not, like, bleeding out and needing their help,
Yeah.
luckily,
Yeah.
but, oh my gosh, it was just so, so sweet. So sweet. He's just so sweet to everyone. He's so tender. Like, the way he, interacts with the guy who David Lynch played,
Gordon. Gordon Cole.
Just the way he interacts with Gordon, his interactions
yes.
with Denise, like just his interactions with everything. Like he's not perfect, but he's just like so wholesome and just like really just he's just a delight.
He's a delight, and he also is delighted.
He is delighted, and we're delighted to have him. So that is our episode on Agent Cooper. We talked about a whole bunch of other stuff, but
that's Twin Peaks. You can't limit yourself.
The patron saint of Twin Peaks. He's great.
He is. All right, what are we talking about next week, Ashley?
We're talking about Twin Peaks again, and we're having our own little award show. So we're going to go through some different topics that we came up with and choose our favorite. I don't even remember what the topics are, but it's going to be about the characters, the places, the scenes. It'll be fun.
Can't wait.
We'll see you there. Whoa, jinx.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Haunted Homebodies. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
And remember, when in doubt, just stay home.